My friend, her dad passed away, and she said, I'm just trying to get back to myself. And I said, well, that's going to be your problem. You will never be yourself again. This is the new version of you. Get to know her, because you could never be yourself, because the last version of you had a dad. He's not here, so you have to learn to be this person.
Hey cousins, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite cousin, Glow Up with Elon. I know it's been a while since I dropped the video. It's been 2 weeks, and I'm sorry. I had a lot going on behind the scenes, getting the channel together, so I had to cross my T's and dot my I's. But your cousin is back, and today we're going to have another amazing video. So before we get into this video, you already know this channel is your safe space to just be you. Around here, we celebrate women learning to embrace themselves at their own pace with love, patience, and kindness. Think of it like a big family reunion where I'm your favorite cousin, the one who hypes you up, reminds you to forgive yourself, and help you glow up from the inside out. With every video, we will laugh over here, learn, and grow together, adding a little sparkle and a little softness and just the right amount of realness, okay? If you're ready to enhance your life one step at a time, you come to the right place. Yes, your cousin is here. You already know how I feel about my cousins. I don't play about y'all. But today we're going to get into a serious topic. And I want to put out a trigger warning, because sometimes this topic can trigger some people, so a trigger warning. But today's topic is one that hits very close to my heart, and it's learning how to deal with grief in a healthy way. The month of October has always been, heavy for me. It's when I lost my great-grandmother, which is actually today, October 1st. It's her death anniversary, and my grandmother is October 6th, and it's also the month of my mom's birthday, which is October 8th, who also, she transitioned as well. So for a long time, this time of year would send me into a really dark place. But over the time, with therapy and journaling and other personal activities that I have learned to adapt, it has taught me to properly process my feelings and allow myself to understand that grief is a part of life, and to learn how to understand it instead of letting it consume me. I know grief sometimes can be one of those topics that people avoid. It can feel so taboo, uncomfortable, and sometimes even scary to even bring up. But here on this page, we don't shy away from it. This is a safe space where we can be vulnerable together, talk openly about what we're feeling, and help guide those who, might be struggling to process their own losses. Over here, we don't judge. It's a no-judge zone over here. We support, we learn, and we grow through it together. So if you made it this far, before we get into this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop new content. So let's dive in and have an honest conversation about grief, healing, and how to find light even in our hardest seasons. Stay tuned.
I want to give you 3 tips to help you manage grief. Currently experiencing the most painful time in my life, as I lost my dad a week ago, and I had a really good relationship with my father. So this is so painful. But there are 3 things that I have noticed that have helped me get through the past 7 days, and I want to share those with you. Number 1, I have no expectations of myself. I have no expectations about how much I work or don't work, how much I talk about this or don't, how much I cry, how much I sleep, whether I work out or not. It is really whatever I am feeling and needing in the current day that guides me. Number 2, I have found a lot of comfort in looking at pictures and videos of my dad in a way that I didn't expect. I thought that might be quite painful. But looking at those pictures, sharing stories, reminiscing, has brought a lot of comfort and has brought a lot of feeling like I'm not alone in the pain that I'm feeling. And the third thing is that I've accepted help, whether that be a friend wanting to talk or come pick me up and take me out, sending us food, being available for check-ins. It has helped the moments that feel so hard. And I think it's so easy for us to think that we don't need other people, but when folks are offering to step in, it has been really life-changing. I hope if you are also dealing with your own grief, whether it's been 7 days or 7 years, because grief has no timeline, that maybe these tips were helpful for you.
For those of you that have ever gone through grief, I know that it is not an easy process. And today I want to be able to talk to you about effective ways to get through. One would be to talk about your emotions and accept them. There's no right or wrong way to feel. 2 would be to talk about it when you feel as though you can. 3 is to be able to get support, because it's so important to have the support you need by a support group or a therapist or your friends at this time. So don't self-isolate and reach out if you need.
So there is a thing called healthy grieving, right? And we often overlook it because we feel like we're not supposed to be sad when we grow and evolve. But in order to change, some things have to be different, right? And it's in that transformative stage that be really killing us, because that's when we start losing friends, because those friendships don't serve us anymore. Or the things that we used to find fun, we have no desire to do them anymore. So I'm just here to tell you that it is okay to feel sad and grieve what you feel like you lost. But I'm also here to encourage you that you will find those things again, but it'll be better tailored to who you're becoming.
If you struggle with grief and the hard dates that come with it, such as birthdays, death anniversaries, holidays, this video is for you. Today marks the 3-year anniversary of my mother's passing, and the 3 tips that I'm going to share with you are what helped me throughout the years. Number 1, give in to your bad days. If you wake up and want to cry, cry. If you wake up and don't want to be productive, don't be productive. If you wake up and want to stay in bed, stay in bed. But the catch is you have to do it with a limit. So for me, I woke up this morning and I just wanted to lay in bed. I allowed myself to do so with limitations. I gave myself an extra 3 hours just to do nothing, doom scroll on social media, because you don't want one pajama day to turn into a week of pajama days. And then you create this cocoon of depression around yourself. So give in to the bad day, because what it is your feelings want some type of validation. Hey, this shit hurts. Number 2, get up and get dressed. I tell people jokingly, whenever you see me all done up, I'm probably having a bad day. Because when you look good, you naturally feel good. It's nothing like being depressed and then you walk by a mirror and you look a hot mess too. Number 3, engage in an activity that naturally brings you joy. It may not bring you as much joy that day or joy at all, but if nothing else, it works as a distraction technique. For me, I'm going to lunch this afternoon with my sister. I'm going to engage in that activity today to decrease my despondency. Here's to hoping that everyone has a beautiful holiday season and surrounded by love.
The people who have never lived through grief don't understand that when you are experiencing grief, it isn't just sadness. It's identity collapse, nervous system dysregulation, existential confusion, and time distortion. It's waking up in a world that looks the same, but it isn't the same because you're not the same. People often think that grief is some emotional timeline, but it's not. It's an entire landscape. You don't just get over it. You don't just get through it. You have to build your life around it, and you figure out ways to grow with it. You don't just bounce back, because the truth is you're becoming someone new, shaped by both the love and the loss. That's not something to rush. That is something to honor, because you are becoming. And grief is a continuation of love without container. It's the ache that's left behind when your heart has nowhere to place the affection, the words and the rituals that you once shared with that someone. In a world that is obsessed with speed and productivity, grief does slow you down. It strips away the unnecessary and clarifies the essentials, like presence, connection, and truth. Grief becomes a soil where deeper empathy grows, and you start holding closer what does matter. And maybe the most misunderstood truth about grief is that you don't grieve because something's broken in you. You grieve because something beautiful was taken, and no one should ever rush you through.
The reason why I say take your time when you're grieving is because it's there with you forever. And it's one of those hard truths to hear, is that it's going to be something that's going to be with you the rest of your life. And it doesn't mean you're always going to feel exactly how you are now at the initial onset of grief, because you begin to learn, you process, you understand. And it's not fun to have to understand in grief, because if you have to understand grief, it means that they're actually and they're truly gone. And when I say to take your time, because some people grieve on different times. Some people, it may take them years to understand and to process it. Some people, it's easier for them. It doesn't mean it's not hard. For some people, when they're grieving, you may see a lot of tears. But for some people, you may see them not cry at all. But it doesn't mean that they don't care as much as they do. When people are grieving, it's taking your time to figure out what you want to do or what you need to do. It's understanding how to process it. If that grief is becoming so much that you can't deal with it on your own, it's then asking for help. It's going to therapy. It's figuring out what you need to be able to get through it. Because there are peaks and there are valleys. It's not going to be this straight line. There's going to be great victories and there's going to be setbacks. And even when you're someone like me that may be 10 or 15 years in, I still get emotional listening to my mom's voicemail that she left me, telling her to call her back. Grieve as you need to, because there's going to be times where you're in the store, you see a random song, you see a random person, a random thing that you don't even associate may remind you, and that'll bring on the onset of grief. But it doesn't mean it's always going to be as bad as it is now.
Okay, y'all, while I'm on my daily walk today, I'm going to tell y'all 5 things I have learned since the passing of my father. Like, 5 things I learned throughout my grief that I feel like can be helpful for someone dealing with grief right now. The first thing I've learned is that you cannot rush your grief process. Like, you have to feel your emotions because they're going to come for you. They're going to come for you. So you have to feel your emotions. So if you're dealing with grief right now and you're just trying to jump back into work, I know people have different circumstances, of course, but you're trying to jump back into work, you're trying to jump back into your creative process, you're just beating yourself up because you're not that you were before you lost your person. Stop right there, because you're not that you anymore. You're not that you anymore. For me personally, I was struggling with, like, I just want to go back to work. I just want to do this, do that. And I had just lost my dad, and I was being so hard on myself. And for why? You're a human being, and you have to give yourself grace. So, first thing I learned was give myself grace. So, different ways I would encourage someone giving themselves grace is, like, taking a day off, writing in your journal. It's okay to break down and cry. It truly is. Like, just give yourself grace. Don't be so hard on yourself, because this is your first time experiencing this loss. So, yeah, that's one thing I learned. Second thing I learned, everyone is fighting a silent battle. Like, that's so cliche, because I know they say that all the time. Like, everyone's fighting something you don't know about. But no, they truly are. Because there was times when I was in rooms and I was not there. Like, I was just thinking about the loss of my dad. I was sad. I was upset. So if I was acting away, I promise you, it didn't have anything to do with those people in the room. But that helped me better understand my relationships with others. Like, projection is real, because I've done it to other people. So just give people grace, because you never know what other people are going through. So try not to take everything personally, because people are fighting silent battles. 3, I learned, appreciate your parents. I miss my dad so bad, and I still have my mom, and I'm thankful for that. And I realized throughout my grief, I was being so mean to her. And I had a dream. This is a little off topic, but I had a dream, and it was my dad telling me to treat my mom better. And it really resonated with me, because you just get one set of parents, so you need to love them and appreciate them while you can. So that's 3. Okay, I hope y'all are still here. I'm on 4. 4 is how to be a better friend. So follow me with this. Throughout my grief, I was an emotional roller coaster. So my friends, my friends really stuck beside me. Like, they understood what I was going through. They were present. They followed up with me. They checked on me. They invited me out, even when they knew I was not showing up. Like, they were just really there for me. This might be a little biased because I consider myself a good friend. But after the loss of my dad, I made it my business to check in with my friends emotionally. Like, sometimes your friends are going through things that they don't feel comfortable sharing with other people, and that's fine. But just make sure that you're asking them if they're okay. Like, follow up with them. If you haven't heard from them in a while, don't take it personal. Just follow up with them. You good? Because sometimes they just need a text. Sometimes life is so heavy, they don't have the capacity to act like it's all good, so they don't say anything at all. And the last thing I learned is that heartbreak leaves room for growth. Like, I was so heartbroken when I first lost my dad. I was so depressed, and if you allow it, it will take over you. But if you have faith in God and in yourself that you can get through it, you will, and you will come out on the other side with a better perspective for life, and you'll appreciate things 1,000 times more. You'll be more grateful, more insightful. You just have to remember that life is a cycle that ends in death, and to appreciate what you had with that person and live life for them. And lastly, I've learned that heartbreak leaves room for growth. If you allow heartbreak to take over you, it will. But if you have faith in God and in yourself that you can get through it and get to the other side, you will. And you will come out the other side with a better perspective for life, and you'll see things differently. So if you're in grief right now, just keep going, because it will get easier. You'll learn how to deal with the loss. And that's my 5 things.
3 things to help guide you through your grief. 1, acceptance. After a loss, it's typical to minimize or deny what happened. Acceptance comes in 2 forms. Intellectual, what we think and remember as we process, and emotional, what we feel and express as we process. Give yourself permission to feel whatever's washing over you in the moment. Don't feel like grief is supposed to look or feel a certain way. It is what it is for you. 2, processing that pain. Grief has ingredients, mainly sadness, anger, and guilt. Being strong isn't burying them deep. It's sifting through and allowing these feelings to exist. Try naming and making sense of the emotions. When it has a name tag, it's easier to find a safe place to put it. 3, try to remember. Moving forward does not mean forgetting. So let's find that balance between cherishing a memory and moving life forward. Do something special on the anniversary. Wear something that belonged to them. Tell their story.
Don't let nobody rush your process. Grief is a real thing, and it's no right way to mourn someone that you love. Whatever that looks like to you, allow yourself to go through the process. I'm asking you to take your time. Take all the time you need. Your grieving process is not on a schedule. And love don't have an expiration date. Some days you will feel okay. Some days you will feel heavy. I'm asking you to honor your feelings. Honor every memory. Don't let nobody make you feel like you are taking too long to recover. You are processing losing someone that meant the world to you. Move through it with grace, with patience, and with love for yourself and for the person that you lost.
Welcome back, cousins. Thank you for watching and spending time with me today. This video took a lot out of me, so making it was very therapeutic. However, I did have to re-record it at least 3 times until I got it right, because I had my moments where I kind of made me emotional, but I know I had to make it for you guys, because I know someone out there really needs this video, and I really hope that it helps you. And I'm not telling you that things are going to get easier, because some days it might not get easier, and it will be hard, but we can learn how to work through it, work through grief, and do not allow grief to just be the be all end all. So before we wrap up this video, I want to leave you with this reminder. Properly grieving is about giving yourself permission to feel, to process, and to heal. Grief isn't something you get over. It's something you learn to walk with in a healthy way. And it's okay to not have all the answers or to not know why you feel the way you feel. It's okay. That's a part of grief. Do you know grief have 5 stages? It's denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Each stage comes with its own set of emotions and feelings. And none of them are wrong. Some days you might be in denial. Some days you might be depressed. Some days you might be in denial, anger, depressed, and acceptance. It's like you might have them all at the same time, and it's okay. It's okay. The major key is learning how to process each stage instead of suppressing it. Never feel like you're alone in this. Even if your family or friends don't understand what you're going through, there's always someone eager to help you. A therapist, a church pastor, a guidance counselor, even support groups. There are several resources everywhere to walk with you through grief. Some ways to grieve in a healthy way includes journaling your feelings. Like, that's one of my favorites. I love journaling my feelings, and it helped me a lot. Talking to someone you trust, allowing yourself to cry. It's okay to cry. I'm sorry, I'm getting choked up. Sorry. It's okay to cry. Practicing self-care and creating rituals to honor your loved ones. This allows you to embrace your emotions without falling into a dark place. And if you are in a dark place, start small. Step outside for some fresh air. Let the sun just breathe on you and just consume you. Just let the sun just take over. You could call a friend or a hotline, lean into prayer or meditation, or write down 3 things you are grateful for. Every little step forward is progress. Everything counts. If you like more videos like this, remember to leave a comment below and let me know what topics you like to see, me dive into and talk more about. And remember, there's only one of you, so take care of you. Even when you're grieving, I still want you to take care of you. Put you first. And always, please speak kindly to yourself. But like the saying in the hourglass, we're out of time. Until next video. Bye, cousin.